In maths, an operation is the action you do to one number to produce another number. The order of operations is a set of rules that tells you the correct sequence to follow when performing multiple operations in a single calculation. The order is very important because the answer won't always be the same if you solve the problem in the wrong order. In this equation, there are two different answers you could get, depending on the order that you solve it in. You could either solve it as it is written, by first doing 2 plus 3 to get 5, and then multiplying 5 by 4 to get 20. However, you could also solve the equation by first multiplying 3 by 4 to get 12, and then adding 2 on the end to get an answer of 14. So what's the correct answer, 20 or 14? To find out, let me teach you the correct order to solve any problem like this. If there are any brackets in the equation, solve whatever's inside them first. If there are any indices, otherwise known as powers, like if a number is squared or cubed, solve them next. Then you can deal with any division or multiplication in the equation, before finally moving on to solving the parts of the equation involving addition and subtraction. The order in which you do division and multiplication depends on what comes first in the equation. Deal with it from left to right. The same applies for addition and subtraction, but remember, multiplication and division come before addition and subtraction. To recap, the order is brackets, indices, division and multiplication, and then addition and subtraction. You can remember the order using the word BIDMAS. Now that you know the correct order, let's return back to the original example to decide whether the answer is 20 or 14. Because there are no brackets, indices, or divisions in the equation, we can start by doing the multiplication first. 3 times 4 is 12. After multiplying 3 by 4, we are only left with the addition, so we complete that next. 12 plus 2 is 14, so the answer is 14. Not so difficult, is it? Now let's try a harder example involving every part of BIDMAS. This equation might seem intimidating at first, but if you break it down and use BIDMAS, it becomes a lot easier. First, you look up what's in the brackets and solve that first. 2 plus 3 is 5. Next, you do 5 squared to get 25. Then you can do the division, as that comes before the multiplication in the equation. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Now you need to multiply 5 by 4 to get an answer of 20. Finally, you should take away 6 to get 14 and add 1, as the subtraction comes before the addition in this equation. This will give you a final answer of 15. Here's another example. If you feel confident, you can press pause and try it on your own. Once you've finished, press play. As you've probably noticed, this question contains 2 sets of brackets. Don't worry though, this shouldn't make the question any harder. Just solve each bracket individually and then move on. First, solve both the brackets. To solve the first bracket, you just need to find the sum of 3 and 2, which is 5. To solve the second bracket, first start by solving the indices. Make sure to still use BIDMAS inside the brackets. 4 squared is 16, and 16 divided by 8 is 2. Now we can multiply these two answers together to get 10. Finally, we need to subtract 5 from 10 to get 5, and add 6 to get a final answer of 11. Here are some harder questions. Press pause and have a go. Once you've finished, press play to see how many you got right. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like. Feel free to also leave a comment if you have any questions. See you next time.